The members of the 18 to 22-year-old age group have been discriminated against by restaurant staff for far too long. It is becoming socially and subconsciously acceptable for staff to treat members of the 18 to 22-year-old age group more negatively and informally than they would treat others. There could be an array of reasons why the staff take part in this, whether it is because they assume we won't tip well, we are a disrespectful generation, or they feel a sense of comfort that makes them think this is appropriate. Regardless of the reason, discrimination is not permitted in a public food service venue, and the 18 to 22-year-old community should no longer be a victim of it. With this said, our community, as well as restaurant staff, need to take action on this issue to ultimately seize it. The University of Rhode Island student body can connect with this local issue, as many of the undergraduate students are members of the 18 to 22-year-old community. URI's Kingston campus is located in a populated area with various surrounding food businesses, both local and franchised. Many students follow a scattered daily schedule, which sometimes leads us to purchasing food instead of going home to make it. Thus, going to restaurants is an activity that we practice weekly, if not daily, and we should not have to stress about receiving poor customer service because of our age. About 3 weeks ago, my roommate and I were having lunch at George's of Galilee. At the time, there was a specialty menu offered to the public to celebrate the anniversary of the restaurant's grand opening. We were aware of this, so we asked our server to elaborate on the details. Though she explained the menu and all of its offerings, we were unpleasantly surprised to find out we were being treated differently once she visited the table next to ours. The customers were two people who appeared to be elderly, and they were dressed up for the occasion. To our surprise, she greeted them with a full explanation of the menu, which sounded scripted, and it was spoken in a much more formal tone. This made us angry because not only did we have to ask for the details, we realized that she stereotyped us from the second that she saw us. Given the fact that we were asking specific details about the prices and requesting to only order from the specialty menu, she expected that we were going to cash out with a smaller check. Since we were going to have an inexpensive check at the end of the meal, this meant her tip would be smaller. In the end, we ordered an appetizer and then cashed out with a $10 bill because we were so displeased with the discrimination that we received. Many people stereotype the 18 to 22-year-old age group as college kids. The common assumption of this stereotype is that we are a generation of individuals who are wrapped up in social media, we are rude, and we are impolite. This stereotype is offensive because it is not true to all cases. I will personally admit that I am wrapped up in social media. However, I know proper table manners and how to act appropriately in a restaurant setting along with many of my peers in our community. The public, and more specifically the staff of food service venues, automatically see a college crowd and expect the utmost disrespect from our mannerisms. Though there are students and staff that believe customer service treatment is fair, the many occasions where it has not been fair override the contrary. This is another shining reason why we continue to be treated differently in food service venues. I work in this food service industry as a pizza delivery driver. Every time I deliver to a customer who appears to be in the 18 to 22-year-old community, I treat them as I would treat any other customer. I do not treat them at a comfort level where they would feel offended because I know it would irritate me if I were in their position. This is one of the many reasons why it irritates me when food service staff drops down to a buddy comfort level when they are at work, and more importantly, when they are waiting on a customer. I find it extremely offensive, and I think that our community should be treated with the same formality as any other age group. My boss, Jordan Becker, is the franchise owner of Pure Pizza Company located in Wakefield, Rhode Island. I asked Jordan about his feelings on this issue. Jordan said, "A significant portion of our customers include members of this community. I do not support negatively discriminating against them because it is highly unprofessional and it would violate our company's mission as well as upset many of our customers. I visit restaurants either as a treat, to hang out with friends, or to simply eat a meal because I'm hungry. There is absolutely no reason why me and the fellow members of the 18 to 22-year-old age group should be treated differently than anybody else in these situations. The authority and wait staff expect that they will receive disrespect from us, whether it is a small tip, inappropriate behavior, or a sense of comfort. The actionable solution to this problem is a combination of two things. First, restaurant staff should address this commonality to their employees and train them to treat all customers with fair and equal customer service. Second, the 18 to 22-year-old age community should work towards setting better expectations to break the negative stereotype. Discrimination should never happen in any situation, but my community has received too much of it, and it is time to take a stand and end this senseless act."